Hi, my name is Jessica Holman, and I am your child's geometry teacher. Okay, a little bit about myself. This is my 14th year of teaching. This is my 7th year here at Carmel High School, and I taught 7 years at Lawrence Central High School in Indianapolis. I've taught everything from Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and Pre-Calculus, and this year I'm teaching Geometry and I'm teaching Pre-Calculus as well. So this is my family, my husband, Eric. We have been married for 9 years. It'll be 10 years in March. And he's a mechanic, and he works here in Carmel as well, fixing maybe some of your vehicles. I have 2 children. My son Jackson is in the 2nd grade, and my daughter Katie is in kindergarten, and they also attend Carmel Elementary Schools as well. And then our 3rd child, our dog Max, we rescued Max in March, right before the pandemic began. And he's a pit bull boxer mix, and I tell you, he makes our family complete. He keeps us on our toes. So I'm very excited about this school year. If you need to reach me, the best way to reach me is via email, and my email is on this page. You are also welcome to call. My extension is 7050. Probably I'll be teaching, but you're welcome to leave me a message and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Okay, a lot of our class this year is run through Canvas. Okay, so if you go to your child's Canvas page, either have your child take you there or you can log on as an observer and you can see the class as well. But this is the home page. Okay, there's 3 parts. The home page has class modules, resources, and contact me. This is continuously being updated. Okay, the resources includes things like where you can get help from, the online textbook, and just if there's any good websites that I find videos for, I'll add that as well. Okay, if you need to contact me, my information will be on this PowerPoint, but it will also be under the contact me link as well. And then we have our lesson modules, and that's where the majority of our classes run. So we can access the modules either using the link with the light bulb, or if you go to the top left, you can click on modules and access the lessons as well. Now, when you do click on modules, I have it broken down by day. Okay, so we will meet either 20 or 21 times, whether I see your child on a blue day versus a cold day. And so I felt like for my sake, it was easy to organize by day. So this is an example of what our day 3 looked like, and I attach the dates as well. So I see your child in class the first day, and then the next day they have this class virtually. And so I always list the in-class agenda, and that's what we're going to cover in class that day. Okay, typically we will go through or review some notes, so I'll post completed copies of notes, and then whatever practice we will do in class that day or homework assignment will be listed. And then on the virtual day, there will also be an agenda, okay, and students are expected to pull up the agenda, see what all must be complete, and then work through the module link by link from top to bottom. So for this particular day, they had a 1.3 review and lesson check. And then they had a quiz review over 1.1 to 1.3, followed by a 1.4 video notes. And then typically at the end, I have them upload either pictures of their completed notes and review, or maybe there's an online check of some sort, but usually there's something that has to be submitted on Canvas that day, and that's how I take their attendance. If they submit the work, they are considered present. If they do not submit the work, then I will have to eventually change that to an absence. Okay, a day in the classroom, we usually begin with a warm-up, usually following some of the topics from previous lessons. I'll go over homework questions and answers. We'll look at any notes or review anything that was covered, video notes or cover new notes in class. And then we'll have time in class to practice or have an activity or some challenge questions so that I have the opportunity to answer questions as they work through problems. And then we usually finish the class going over what the homework assignment is for next class and the virtual day as well. Okay, for this class, I recommend students have a 1-inch binder, 5 tab dividers, loose leaf paper. Okay, a scientific calculator is required. I recommend the TI-30X2S calculator. It's Texas Instrument, but any scientific calculator will do, and I will show your child how to use their calculators. They need pencils and utensils to write with. Okay, I please ask that each child bring in 1 box of Kleenex. The school does not supply us with a box of tissue, and so I ask the students bring them in so we have a constant supply, especially when we start to get the sniffles and allergies and so forth. It comes in handy. Okay, I also ask that each student bring in their own hand sanitizer. We do not have classroom supplies of hand sanitizer. I do have a couple students who have brought some in for the class that I have put out, but that's not going to last very long. So I just ask that each student bring their own and use it as needed. Okay. How can students be successful in geometry? Okay, first of all, they need to read about math, write about math, talk about math, and do math on a regular basis. Read the textbook and study the examples in each lesson. A lot of time I begin notes with you need to read a couple of pages in the textbook, and I know that doesn't always happen, but it really is helpful in previewing the material. You need to complete homework on time with effort. Okay, check homework answers in the back of the textbook. Any odd problems assigned from the textbook have answers in the back. It's the student's responsibility to check their answers and then come to me with any questions that they may have so that we can get those answered before any quiz or test. They need to participate in class and ask questions. They need to bring their materials to class. I can't tell you how many students do not bring their book, they don't bring their calculator, and then they have a hard time keeping up with what we're doing in class. Okay, request an SRT pass for more help if they're not understanding. Okay, study for tests and quizzes by practicing the problems from the notes, homework, and review, not just looking at them. And then when possible, I know this is a little bit of a crazy year, but when it's possible, maintain good attendance. Okay. If any student needs help outside of class, I'm available at a couple different times. First of all, SRT is a study hall, and students can request a pass to come see me for an hour for any extra help. And so that's every gold day that they are at school. And I'm also available every morning from 8:20 to 8:40 for the exception of late start Wednesdays. My door is open, so if a student needs to come in and ask a couple questions or get caught up on a lesson or need help organizing their binder, whatever that may be, my door is open. They do not need to call me in advance, email me in advance. I'm here at 8:20 every morning, ready to assist them as needed. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email, give me a phone call, and I'm happy to answer all of your questions. I'm very excited about the school year. It's been a little bit crazy trying to get the schedule figured out, but I feel like we're starting to get into a little bit of a routine. And I'm very excited to see how the rest of the year is going to go. You have some wonderful, wonderful children. Thank you. Have a good evening.